Hello, this is a tutorial for programming class. It is the introductory to programming tutorial, and so we want to start just by getting you set up with what I use in my classes as an online platform. All this coding happens in the cloud through a website called repl.it, so REPL. .it. It's right up there in the corner for you. This is a really fun little tool. It's for beginning coders and sort of novice programmers. Everybody can get a free account, and it's all in the cloud, which means if you lose your computer, you can still do the assignment from your cell phone and all of that, or your tablet or any other computer, so you don't have to worry about saving your code or transferring it to other things. So it's just a very helpful IDE, kind of a basic IDE, which stands for a developer's environment. So if you go to REPL and you've never been here before, this is the page you're going to look at. And you want to log in. If you have a Google account, you want to log in. If you don't have a Google account, you're going to want to sign up. But if you click log in, and this is what I recommend, you can log in through Google by clicking this little button right here, and you could just sign in that way. And so and then it will sign you in. If you don't have a Gmail or a Google account, you're going to have to set up an account. Just make sure you write down your password. And it's just that easy. You're just going to have to enter your Google credentials, and it takes you here. So yours is going to look a little bit different than what mine looks like. One is I have that ad there. You want to delete that. But the next thing you're going to want to do is you want to make sure you're at your home page. If you're not, you're going to want to click this little button right here, whatever button's right there. It looks different. And you want to create a new REPL. And we are starting with some very basic HTML. I like starting with HTML. It's a very basic coding language. It's just kind of simple and easy. And so we're going to go to Python later in the class I'm recording this for. If you're in one of my other classes, we'll go somewhere else. But we're just going to do some very basic HTML. Now, because this is our first assignment, you're going to name it something like your name. It could be your first name, last name, or just your last name. And then HTML maybe 1. Because this is the first HTML assignment we're doing. It's really the only HTML assignment we're going to do. And then you're going to click REPL. And once you click that, it is going to take you to this page right here. Now, it gives you 3 different files over here. For this assignment, we're not going to worry about JavaScript and CSS. We're going to do some CSS next time, at least in the class I'm originally filming this for. We might also do more HTML next time, depending on if I'm using this for another class on down the road. But right now, we're just doing index, and they help you out. They give you a bunch of stuff here. I want you just to delete this, right? We'll just delete this for now. We don't really need to know anything. And instead, we're just going to start from scratch. And let me give you some introductory notes to HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the language invented for the internet, and the internet was designed around transferring HTML. And so HTML just marks up language. It marks up font, marks up text, actually. That's what it marks up. It just makes text look pretty and makes pretty text and organized text transferable between machines. So that's what HTML stands for. Next week, we'll talk about CSS and JavaScript, but HTML is just hypertext markup language. And how it works, how HTML works is there's a series of tags. They are called tags, T-A-G-S. And the tags tell the website, tell the computer when to start doing something and when to stop doing it. So every tag, well, there's exceptions, which we'll get into. Every tag says begin this, now end this. Start doing this, now stop doing this. So we're going to start with the very basic HTML tag H1. H1 just stands for a heading, the topmost heading. There's also an H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. You can experiment with those. So we're going to say start using the H1 format, which is the heading 1 format, the prime heading format. And then it's a tradition in computer programming to create a when you're programming in a language for a new time, your first goal is to get the language to say hi to the world, as if it had just been a newborn baby born. So we're going to say hello world. And we're going to say stop doing H1. So start H1, stop H1. Now when we click run, it says hello world down here. This is the run button. That's what I clicked. It says hello world down here in black text. Perfect, right? Now Another text is the body text. Whatever is into heading is the body. So in the body, we're going to say goodbye world. And he's going to go to sleep for the night or something. I don't know. And notice at the bottom, it says goodbye world in 12-point font. So hello world's big bold font. Body is just your typical 12-point font. Just to show you kind of what H2 looks like. We're going to say H2, start H2. We're going to say looks like a new day. And then we're going to say stop using H2. By the way, / always means stop in HTML. So you see that / right there. Whenever you begin a tag with a / I mean, stop doing this. Don't do it anymore. Stop it, right? So now, looks like a new day. You notice H2 is slightly smaller than H1, but bigger than your body text. So, so those are some basic HTML tags. You're just tagging the language, right? And saying this is what we do. So let's introduce you to another tag, the font tag. Font tag just says I'm going to change the font. I want the font to look different. And this is a good tag because it also introduces us to attributes. Tags can also have attributes. Attributes are something that defines the tag. So right now, font is the tag's name. Attributes are whatever comes next. And one of the attributes of the font tag is color. And so we might say color equals blue. And then down here, remember we said start it. Now down here, we're going to say stop it. And we're going to run it. And notice how it turned everything under H1 blue. Isn't that cool? So we can also stop the font up here, right? And then we can create a new font down here. We would create it right here. And we would say new font. And now we want the color to equal red. And then down here, we're ending the font down there. So we're going to run that. And now the body is red. So, so that's kind of a cool tag. Now let me show you something. Let's say he's going to say goodbye world. And then on another line, on line 8, we're going to say it's been fun. Right here, it's been fun. And then we're going to run that. And notice it's been fun down here is on the same line. Do you notice that? It's on the same line. That's because HTML is not a space-sensitive language. It doesn't matter what line everything is on. In fact, we could put these 10 lines of code all up on line 1, and it would run and look just the same as it looks down here. You can try that if you want. I'm not going to waste time doing it right now. But if we want it to be on a new line down here, what we have to do is we have to add a break tag, which is a line break tag. It's the equivalent of hitting enter on your keyboard in like a Microsoft Word document or a Google Doc document. Now when we run it, it's been fun goes down. If we want to double space it, we have to add a double break. There we go. And it added a space between them, right? So that's the break tag. Let me introduce you to 3 more fun tags. One is the image tag. So after it's been fun, we want to put a picture of somebody waving goodbye. We do that by using img. And then that's the name of the tag. And then we have to add an attribute to that tag called source. And we have to tell it where the picture is. Now, every picture on the internet has a place where that picture is. So you might have a website with 50 pictures, but each one of those pictures is actually saved to its own spot and it has its own address on the internet. So I'm going to go to a new tab, and I'm not sure with my screen sharing software if you're going to see this or not, but I'm just going to a new tab and I'm going to Google goodbye emoji. And I'm not sure if you see this, but there's some wonderful images here of an emoji waving goodbye, saying bye-bye. There's even one holding a sign. So I'm going to right click. I did a Google image search. I'm going to right click. And one of the options you have is copy image address. That's what you want. Copy image address. That will copy the address where that one picture is saved on the internet. Not the website it's on, but the place that one picture is put on. And then after you've clicked copy the address, you want to right click and you want to say, oh, it's being difficult on me. Let's try it here. You want to say paste. I'm just going to have to hit Control V. Control V should paste that. And that is where that image actually is. The address has to be in quotation marks. We'll talk about that in later units. For right now, just know it has to be in quotation marks. Now when we run, there he is. You see him down there. He's waving goodbye. And he's waving goodbye. There's 2 more attributes to the image tag that you should know. One is width equals, and we can change the width. And then the next one is height equals, and we can change the height. Make sure all of those are in tags. In fact, if you're having trouble following along, pay attention to the little things. Pay attention to the brackets. Pay attention to the forward slashes. Pay attention to spelling. Somebody in a lesson I did had ing here today. A lot of people will say SCR instead of SRC right here, so make sure you change that. Make sure everything's spelled correctly. And now he shrunk down just a little bit. I'm going to make him 50-50 just to show you how the height and width work. And we're going to make him itty bitty tiny. There he is, itty bitty tiny. So you can make him 100. Play around a little bit, have fun with this. And that's a cool thing. So there we go. Remember, see how he's on the same line as it's been fun? Ask yourself, how would I fix that? How would I bump him down to another line? If you said add a break tag, you are right. So there we go. Add him down to another line, waving goodbye. Cool deal. So that's images, pretty easy. You just want to make sure you copy image address. You get the actual place where that picture is and paste that into the source equals right here. Then I want to show you how to do YouTube videos. I'm going to grab a YouTube video. And so there's a wonderful song called Good Morning Life with Dean Martin. Once again, I'm not sure you can see this or not, but I'm grabbing a YouTube video. On the YouTube video, if you can't see this, you want to say share. So every YouTube has a share button. I'm sure you've used it. Everybody has. And you want to say embed, the first embed. And if you notice, they put the little triangle brackets there in HTML, which indicates to you this is HTML code. And you want to click embed. You do not want to click the copy link. You don't want that. That'll create a link, but embed is what you want. And it gives you your iframe tag. Pretty cool, isn't it? It just gives you all the code you need to put that in your web page. So you just copy it. You just select it, copy it. And then over here, I'm going to put mine at the beginning before he says hello world. Actually, no, I'm going to put it right after that. Yep, I'm going to put it right there. And you just paste it right in. Just Control V, paste. It's an iframe. iframe is creating a little website in the middle of a big website. So that's what the iframe tag does. And notice we have our end iframe tag down here. Now when we run it, we should have the video as long as we're connected to the internet. There we go. Dean Martin, Good Morning Life. Interestingly enough, you can change the width and the height in iframe too. You can change how big and small your YouTube video is. So that's really awesome. So that's a little introductory to HTML, 12, 13 minutes long. Remember, the assignment is to share this with me. So that's the next thing I need to teach you how to do, isn't it? In order to share it with me, you need to click the share button up here, and I'm not going to be able to click it. Go figure. So anyway, that's a new language. You don't want to click that. There's a share button up here, and there's a share link or invite with link, and that's what you want to submit into Canvas, is when you click share up here, that's what you want to submit into Canvas, and submit that, and I should be able to see it. I'll drop a comment if I can't see it. And remember, I want one of each of these tags, and then I want 5 other tags. I want you to find 5 other tags that I didn't mention in here. Google HTML tags, you'll find 1,000 of them. One of the ones we talked about in class was marquee, where you can make the words scroll across the screen. So remember, I told it to start and I told it to stop. So that'll make the looks like a new day scroll. See that right there? So that's another fun tag you can throw in there. So find 5 other tags, make them work, and then that's what you're going to submit. So good luck. Let me know if you have questions. Thanks.